Hello, welcome to the video. Today I decided to play the Thorium mod of Terraria. Now you might think I've beat Thorium, but I haven't. I've been all into Calamity. So going in with absolutely no experience and I have no clue what's going to happen today. So let's get started. Oh my god, this is so dumb. Oh my god, I was at full health again! They just vaporize me. They destroy me, dude. I don't understand. I don't get it. I obviously started with the character creation and proceeded to the random button a million times, and then I named my player accordingly. Immediately when I spawned into the world, I had a new item which was an accessory that gave me 1 defense. It can actually be turned into a very OP weapon, so we will save it. I started the usual of cutting down wood to build my house for NPCs. I looked at the boss checklist and saw the first boss was the Grand Thunderbird. While building our house, I discovered a new class called the Bard class. This would be our main class throughout the playthrough. The first armor set to go for was the Crier set. We need a cloth, which took cobweb to make. I also realized that the summoner for the Grand Thunderbird was actually a gun. You craft the gun, then craft the ammo to summon this. We then had our first death of the series. Amazing. We started digging a elevator so we could encounter cave systems during the dig, but then I died. But I did start finding cave systems which had some tasty stuff. By tasty, I mean we found a magic weapon that was really cool. Also life crystal. Also another life crystal. And platinum. We found something called a life quartz which can be crafted into life crystals. Very useful. I made a new accessory which just boosts my life. I also made a bunch of life crystals. I found smooth coal which can make a lot of cool bard stuff. I found thorium ore but I can't mine it yet. Rare mobs drop vanquisher medals but I have no idea what they do yet and I will probably skip them throughout the entire playthrough. I made myself the platinum bugle horn which does this. Now I had my main bard weapon, so now I needed to get that Crier's armor set. After spending 20 minutes of building and making a tree world, since these trees in my world were so small and inefficient, the cobbler moved in and sold shoes. I chose the marching boots because bard. I finally made the first bard armor set of thorium. I woke up the next day and got to work. I started mining a bunch and I made myself a platinum pickaxe. I also made this platinum accessory which does a lot of defensive stuff. Now that I can mine thorium, I can start making even cooler things. But since thorium is thorium, I had to make a thorium anvil to make all the cool stuff. I did a bunch of mining because that's the only thing you can do to progress early game. I got this new accessory which increased my max inspiration. Inspiration, by the way, is like mana, but for bard. It was time to prepare for the first boss, the Grand Thunderbird. After building an arena and getting everything ready, I summoned the bird. I beat the first boss of Thorium. First try. I tried again, but I died. Anyway, next up was Big Eye. We all know him, we all love him. So I summoned Big Eye for the first time. Okay, do I really need to show this fight? I can beat this guy Calamity Death Mode no hit with worse weapons. Anyway, easy as usual. Now I have a shield for food. And there's a goblin army now. Amazing. Died a lot of times. So, after, there was this blacksmith guy that sold a crafting area which we needed to make a cool bard accessory. Anyway, I made a new weapon that can apparently pierce through mobs, which could be crucial for the next boss. I woke up from a very short sleep and started recording Thorium again. Oh yeah, I made a flute too. I also finished getting all the life crystals, which was nice. I started the Eater of Worlds arena. This one was going to be tough, since only my small tambourine could pierce through enemies. I summoned the Eater of Worlds for the first time and got destroyed. I tried it again with potions and got destroyed. I realized after that there was another weapon I wanted to get that could pierce through enemies and destroy them. It required me to kill Big Bird a couple times. After I got the weapon, I summoned the Eater of Worlds for a third time. I finally beat this guy. That means I could finally start getting Hellstone. After I mined some Hellstone, I made the Hot Horn, and I made the best Bard armor set in pretty hard mode. This was a huge upgrade, so I had to test it out on bosses. Oh my god! Did you see that? Oh! And instead, I made a bundle of balloons, but then I saw something. The Grim Pointer. This pointed me to an arena of where a new Thorium boss was located. I arrived at this place and got 2 boss summoners. I tried Viscount for the first time, but died. I tried a second time and got it so close to death, but I died first. Oh my god. I tried a third time, and once again, died when the boss was almost dead. But the 4th attempt was when the magic actually happened. With Viscount dead, I wanted to go for the next boss, the Queen Jellyfish. I built an arena at the ocean, got potions, made the summoners, and summoned the boss. This guy dropped an NPC, and he sold a bunch of ocean stuff. After that, I went to the aquatic depths, and they were really cool. I mean, just look at this. I was here to get aquite ore to make some cool stuff, and after that, I made a weapon that I thought was really good, but really, it wasn't. Anyway, I made a sky arena for the next thorium boss we would be fighting, the Star Scouter. Took me a while to make the summons, but I did anyway. I got potions, and I summoned the Star Scouter for the first time. And oh my god, this boss. I died because these little UFOs came out and shredded me in 10 seconds. I summoned it a second time, and died. To the same phase. I summoned it a third time, and died. To the same phase.
Health again! They just vaporize me. They destroy me.
I seriously did not know how I was going to kill these little UFOs. I tried going under them in the fourth attempt. I died again. Then I summoned it a fifth time. You're not going to believe it. It actually happened. I died again. Then a sixth time. Oh my god. I died again. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I was struggling on this boss, and we were only in pre-hard mode. But on my 7th attempt, it finally happened. From the Star Scouter, I got this new weapon called the Robo. It was really good, and I decided to make Frostbark boots and upgrade all of my accessories. Now it was time for Skeletron. Skeletron is really easy because I'm used to his attacks, especially in expert mode. Skeletron, you're now dead a charge. We never really explored the dungeon, we just went straight to doing other stuff. There were two more bosses I wanted to kill before the wall flush, the Granite Energy Storm and the Berry Champion. One was fought in the granite biome, and the other was fought in the marble biome. I did the granite first, so I started making my arena, but I accidentally summoned the boss in the middle of it. I got so close to killing it first try, but I died. Once I had my arena built, I got potions, and I summoned the Granite Energy Storm for the second time. Yeah, it dropped nothing good, so I went straight to the nearest Marvel biome, and I summoned the Buried Champion. I killed it first try. The boss actually dropped wings, very good. King Sun was not dead yet, so I destroyed him. Nothing interesting happened in a while. I was finding new things to do in Thorium, looking through all the NPCs and exploring the world, but I did not find much. So I guess it was time to start preparing for the Wall of Flesh. I spent a while building the bridge that we would be running on. I finally finished my platform, so it was time. It was time for one of the most important fights of the video. So I summoned the Wall of Flesh for the first time. Yes, I beat this thing first try. Now our Thorium world was in hard mode. So I went to go do the usual of smash. I had to go make a molten pickaxe so I could mine the cobalt. I once again did the usual of get first ore, make first pickaxe, get second ore, make second pickaxe. I had actually made a weapon that was really useful, and it was made out of orichalcum. And I was going to use it to kill the sand elementals I was fixing to fight. There's a new set of armor I wanted to make called the Marching Band set. It would be a great upgrade to my armor I'm wearing right now. I then spent 30 minutes getting Souls of Night and Souls of Light to make some cool stuff. With the Souls of Night, I made the Marching Band set. With 10 of each soul, I made 10 inspiration shards. At the beginning of the playthrough, I made 10 inspiration things. I forgot what they're called. But they increased my max inspiration to 20. These inspiration shards were going to increase my max inspiration to 30. Very cool. Now I was in the desert hunting desert elementals. Or sand elementals. What? Why is that? I wanted to make a new weapon called the trombone. Anyway, I got everything I needed to make the trombone. It was cool. The first hard mode boss was the Borean Strider, but since it was not raining in the snow biome, I couldn't summon it. So I went to the other Thorium boss instead, called Cosnix. He was a boss summoned in the underworld, so I summoned him. Oh my god. What? Lava. Oh my god, it's coming out of the ground. What do you know? I beat him first try, and he didn't drop anything useful. So I killed the wall flash a couple more times to get the Bard emblem. And, you know, now it's time for the mech bosses.
Well, that was kind of fast.
The twins were up first. Now that the twins were dead, we were gonna kill the destroyer next. Now that 2 out of the 3 bosses are dead, I'm gonna finish it off with Skeletron Prime. So that's the mech bosses down. I made a new weapon called the Steam Flute, and it was really sick. I upgraded my accessories again and made a bunch of cool new weapons. There was a new boss called the Lich. I decided to kill that next. Some of these bosses were pretty hard we fought today, and they're only gonna get harder. This new bard class is sick, and everything about this mod is incredibly cool. This is only part 1. In part 2, we're gonna finish off all the bosses and become most powerful in bard. And I don't ask this enough, but if you could hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, it means a lot. Anyway, I'll be out now.